What if the universe isn't listening to your prayers? Because it's waiting for your command? You have been taught to plead with the heavens, to ask an outside power for what you desire, hoping you are worthy enough to receive it. But that is not the law. That is a story told to keep you from realizing the truth. The truth is, the creative power is not outside of you. It never was. It sleeps within your own wonderful human imagination, and tonight, you will awaken it. By the end of this message, you will no longer see yourself as a seeker. You will remember that you are the creator. You will not just learn a new technique. You will have the very foundation of your reality rewritten. Stay, and remember who you are. Tonight, we don't petition the universe. We command it. Not with words of pleading, but with the silent, irresistible force of your own wonderful human imagination. That power you've dismissed as mere daydreaming is the very operant power that shapes reality. As your head touches the pillow, you are not entering a state of rest. You are stepping into the Creator's workshop. This is where worlds are born. The world outside, the one you call real, is nothing but a shadow cast by the activity taking place within your consciousness. You have been looking for a master, a force outside of yourself to grant your wishes. But the master is your imagination. It is the rock from which all things are made, the vine from which all states of being grow. To ask the universe for anything is to misunderstand the law. The universe is a mirror, and it can only reflect the truth of who you are, the state you have assumed. So tonight you will not ask. You will select. You will choose the reality you desire to experience, and you will impress it upon the great I Am within you. The secret lies here, surrender, but not surrender as in giving up. It is the surrender of the struggling self to the fulfilled self. It's the release of the desperate ache of wanting, which only affirms lack, and the quiet acceptance of the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Feeling is the key. You've been trying to build a bridge to your desire with words, with affirmations, with desperate pleas sent out into the void. But the kingdom is not taken by force or by begging. It is entered through a feeling of knowing. You must feel what it would be like if your desire were already a concrete fact of your life, not as a future possibility, but as a present reality. What is the feeling? Is it relief? Is it gratitude? Is it the quiet confidence of accomplishment? That feeling, that specific emotional state, is the fertile ground. It is the language the subconscious mind understands. Without that feeling, your imagination is just a fleeting image. With it, it becomes a creative act, an impregnation of consciousness. You must stop begging. Stop looking outside. The moment you plead, you declare yourself to be without. You create a separation between you and your desire, making you the beggar and it the prize to be won. But you are not a beggar. You are the sole creative power in your universe. Your assumption is the law. To assume the end state is to walk in the identity of the person who already has what you desire. You don't hope for it. You live from it. You don't wish for it. You think from the state of its fulfillment. This is a radical shift in consciousness. It's moving from the state of I wish I were to the state of I am. That I am is God. It is the creative power. So when you declare I am that, you are not pretending. You are not faking it. You are claiming your divine birthright to select your reality. You are commanding your inner world, the only world that matters, to conform to your new chosen state of being. This is how you plant the seed. As you lay in that state between waking and sleeping, that drowsy, receptive mood, you bring your desire to mind, but you don't see it as something distant. You construct a simple single event which implies its fulfillment, an event that would naturally happen after your wish has been realized. Is it a friend congratulating you? Is it the feeling of holding the object in your hand? Is it the sight of a bank statement? Make it short, vivid, and full of sensory richness. Now you loop that scene over and over again. Not mechanically, but with the feeling of reality. Feel the handshake. Hear the words. See the numbers. You must enter the scene. Become one with it until it takes on the tones of reality. You are not just watching a movie. You are the actor within it, experiencing it firsthand. This inner experience, this felt reality, is the seed. It is the living prayer that never fails. Once that feeling of naturalness is achieved, you let it go. You drop it completely. A seed once planted is not dug up every 5 minutes to see if it's growing. You have done the work. You have performed the spiritual act of assumption, and you have entered the Sabbath. You have impressed your subconscious mind with the truth of your fulfilled desire. This is the ultimate act of faith. It is not a blind hope in an external power, but a quiet confidence in the unwavering law of your own consciousness. You have moved from wanting to having, from seeking to being. The outer world may take a moment to catch up, to reflect this new inner arrangement, but its fate is sealed. For you have changed the cause, and the effect must follow. You are no longer the person who desires it. You are the person who has it. And that, my friend, is the only reality there is. But that's only the surface. Now we go deeper. Sinking into the feeling is not a mental exercise. It is a full-body baptism. It is to saturate your consciousness so completely with the emotion of the fulfilled wish that there is no room for anything else. You must become so absorbed in this new state that the old world of doubt and lack feels foreign to you. This is not about thinking happy thoughts. It is about becoming the emotion itself. If your desire is to be secure, you must sink into the very marrow of security. What does that feel like in your chest? In your breath? You must wear this feeling like a garment, never taking it off. It becomes the silent humming background of your entire day. You are no longer a person trying to feel secure. Your consciousness is now rooted in the state of security itself. The outer world of chaos and uncertainty will scream for your attention, but you must remain anchored in this inner harbor, this felt reality. This feeling is your true home. It is your salvation. And here you must move beyond words. Mantras, affirmations, and spoken declarations are merely the keys to open a door. Once the door is open and you have entered the room, the state of the wish fulfilled, you do not keep shouting the password. You live in the room. To live from the state is to allow this inner feeling to dictate your thoughts, your reactions, your assumptions about the world. When a bill arrives, you don't react from the old state of lack. You react from the new state of abundance, knowing it is already handled. When you look in the mirror, you don't see the old self struggling. You see the new self who has already overcome. This is the great secret. Your inner world is the cause, and your actions and reactions are the conduits through which that cause flows to create the effect in your outer world. To continue speaking of your desire is to keep it at a distance. To live from it is to make it your present reality. You already are what you want to be. The work is simply to consent to it. This is how you slip into a new identity. Think of it as taking off an old worn-out coat and putting on a royal robe. The old coat is the collection of your past limitations, your fears, your identity as one who lacks. You must drop it. Let it fall to the floor. Now you consciously slip into the identity of the one who already has what they desire. Who are you now that your wish is fulfilled? How do you carry yourself? What thoughts occupy your mind? You are no longer John who wants to be successful. You are successful John. It is a subtle but profound shift in your I amness. Your entire self-concept must be revised. You are not pretending. You are selecting. You are choosing a new version of yourself from the infinite possibilities within your own consciousness. You must become so loyal to this new identity that you feel a sense of betrayal when a thought from the old man arises. This interchange of identity is the only change that matters, and you must understand this. This new identity, this inner state you are embodying, is more real than the world you see with your physical eyes. The outer world is a delayed reflection, a shadow of past assumptions. To give it your power, to react to it as the ultimate reality, is to remain trapped in the past. Your operant power is your consciousness, and the world it creates from within is the true causal world. By embodying the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you are living in the real world. You are walking in the finished picture. The circumstances of your life have no choice but to rearrange themselves to mirror this new inner conviction. Don't look for signs. Don't wait for confirmation from the world of shadows. Your feeling, your embodied assumption is the only sign you need. It is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not yet seen by the outer eye, but already a concrete fact in consciousness. So live from this state. Breathe from it. Let this feeling of fulfillment be the secret you carry within you all day long. It is a quiet inner knowing, a calm assurance that it is done. This is not a state you visit for a few minutes before you sleep. It is the new ground upon which you build your entire life. When you truly embody the fulfilled wish, the need to do anything to make it happen simply falls away. The anxiety vanishes. The striving ceases. You are no longer chasing your desire. You are radiating the reality of it. You become a magnetic center, and the things that are in harmony with your new state are drawn to you effortlessly. You are not attracting anything. You are simply allowing the outer world to catch up to the reality you have already established within. Now this new identity, this feeling you now embody, it has a secret language it uses to command the depths of your mind. Here's what changes everything. Here is what changes everything. The secret language your new identity uses is spoken in the sacred moments just before you surrender to sleep. This is the bridge. As your conscious mind, the guardian of your current reality, begins to grow drowsy and its grip loosens, a doorway opens. The veil between your conscious and subconscious minds becomes thin, almost transparent. This is not merely a descent into rest. It is an ascent into a higher dimension of creative power. In this state, your consciousness is supremely receptive, like soft wax ready to receive a new impression. What you feel and imagine in these precious moments is taken as an absolute command by the deeper mind, the builder of your world. You are not praying to an outside force. You are instructing the innermost aspect of your own being. This is the time when you bypass the arguments of reason and speak directly to the law of creation itself, the I am within you. And what do you speak? You do not use words of lack. You construct a single simple scene that implies your wish is already fulfilled. The art is in its naturalness. If you desire wealth, you don't imagine a shower of gold coins. You imagine a friend shaking your hand and saying, "I'm so happy for your success." You feel the texture of their hand. You hear the sincerity in their voice. If you desire healing, you don't focus on the sickness. You imagine yourself doing something you would naturally do if you were healed, playing a sport, climbing stairs with ease, feeling the freedom of movement. This scene must be a consequence, not a prelude. It must be an event that follows the fulfillment. By choosing a natural, simple action, you make it believable to your deeper self. You are crafting a memory of the future, a clear, undeniable impression of a reality that already exists in imagination. Now you must make this scene real. Close your physical eyes and look with the eye of your mind. Enter the scene. Don't watch it from a distance, be in it. Feel the chair you are sitting on. Touch the object in your hand. Hear the sounds in the room. You must give your imagined world the tones of reality. And you loop this scene over and over like a gentle lullaby. With each repetition, it becomes more vivid, more substantial. You persist until the feeling of the scene becomes the only feeling you are aware of. You are no longer a person in a bed imagining something. You are the person in that scene experiencing it fully. This is the moment of impregnation. This is when the seed is planted in the fertile ground of the subconscious. You feel it so deeply that it becomes an inner conviction, a quiet knowing. You have successfully moved into the state of the wish fulfilled. Feeling is the key that unlocks it all. And once you have truly felt it, once that sense of satisfaction and completion washes over you, you must let it go. You drop it. This is the divine Sabbath, the state of rest. To continue to be anxious about it, to worry about how it will happen, is to dig up the seed you have just planted. The feeling of "it is finished" is the sign that the work is done. You have successfully impressed your subconscious mind with your new assumption. Now your part is over. You have given the command. You fall asleep in this state of peaceful satisfaction, knowing that the power within you, which is greater than any power outside of you, has accepted the blueprint and has already begun the work of externalizing it. This letting go is not an act of indifference. It is the ultimate act of faith in the creative law of your own being. You trust the unseen reality more than the seen. The seed is now in the dark earth of your subconscious. You cannot see its progress, but it is growing. The subconscious mind is the faithful servant that knows how to bring things to pass. It will move people, arrange circumstances, and create a series of events, a bridge of incidents, that will lead you inevitably to the physical realization of your desire. The how is not your concern. Your only responsibility was to define the what by assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. The seed contains within it the entire plan of its own unfolding. It will push through any obstacle to reach the light. But as this seed begins to sprout in the unseen world, your outer world, the world of facts and reason, the world of your past assumptions, will rise up to challenge it. It will test your faith in what you have done. And the test will come. After you have planted your seed in the quiet of your inner world, you will awaken to a world that seems to deny its existence. The morning news, your bank account, the doctor's report, all the so-called facts of your life will shout that nothing has changed. This is the great trial of faith. Your senses are reporting from the past. They are showing you a world that was molded by your old assumptions, your old states of being. To believe them now is to abort the seed you have just planted. You must summon a divine indifference. You must learn to look upon the world of Caesar, the world of external appearances, and not be moved. This is the first act of a true creator, to deny the evidence of the senses and give your full loyalty to the unseen reality within your imagination. The facts of today are not your destiny. They are the remnants of a past you have already left behind. You must understand that the outer world is nothing more than a mirror. It has no will of its own. It cannot create. It can only reflect. It is a flawless, three-dimensional reflection of your own consciousness. If you smile at the mirror, it smiles back. If you scowl, it scowls. To get angry at the reflection, to try and force it to change, is madness. And yet this is what humanity does. People fight with their circumstances. They struggle against their problems. not realizing they are only fighting shadows cast by their own inner states. The moment this truth dawns on you, you are set free. You stop trying to change the world. Instead, you turn inward and change the assumption. You change the self that is being reflected. The world is not your master. It is your servant. It has no choice but to conform to the new image you hold within your consciousness. Your assumption is the command, and the world is the faithful mirror that must obey. This is what it means to persist. When doubt arises, and it will, you do not fight it. You do not argue with it. You simply recognize it as a ghost from the old state, and you gently turn your attention back to your new reality. You return to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Think of it as a mental diet. You refuse to feast on thoughts of fear, lack, or limitation. You starve them of your attention. Your attention is the lifeblood of reality. Whatever you focus on, you energize. So when the world presents you with evidence that contradicts your desire, you look away. You close the ears of your mind to its arguments, and you return to that inner scene, that feeling of, it is done. This persistence is not a tense struggle. It is a calm, unwavering return to your assumption. It is a quiet confidence in the law. You are simply remaining faithful to the new identity you have chosen. Every moment you are nourishing one of two things, faith or fear. Both are creative acts. Fear is simply faith directed towards an unwanted outcome. It is a powerful imaginal act of what could go wrong. Faith, on the other hand, is your loyalty to the unseen reality of your fulfilled desire. You cannot serve two masters. You must choose which state you will occupy, which reality you will energize with your consciousness. When you feel the pull of worry, recognize it for what it is, a prayer for something you do not want. Then make a different choice. Select the state of your fulfilled wish. Re-enter it. Feel its reality. Each time you do this, you are weakening the hold of the old man and strengthening the reality of the new. You are consciously building your new world from the inside out. Your feeling is the currency of creation. Spend it wisely. If you persist, you cannot fail. This is not a possibility. It is a law. The law of assumption is as dependable as the law of gravity. It does not play favorites. It does not care if you feel worthy or unworthy. It only responds to your dominant assumption, the state in which you most persistently dwell. Your desire, when assumed and felt as a present fact, must objectify itself in your world. It has no other choice. The entire universe will conspire to bring it to pass. People will act in ways they never would have. Doors will open, and a bridge of incidents will appear to lead you to your goal. This unwavering persistence is not a struggle against reality. It is an alignment with a law that is absolute. And understanding this law, this divine process, is the final key to unlocking your power. This law is the final key. The universe is not a conscious entity that you must persuade or bargain with. It is a vast impersonal mirror, and it operates under a single unwavering principle, the law of assumption. This law states that an assumption, though false if persisted in, will harden into fact. The universe does not respond to the words you speak, but to the beliefs you hold, to the inner convictions that define your state of being. To plead with the universe is to fundamentally misunderstand your relationship with it. It implies a separation that does not exist. Your inner conviction is the cause. The universe is the effect. It does not give you what you want. It gives you what you are. Your deeply felt assumption is the only prayer that is ever answered, for it is not a request. It is a declaration of reality, a declaration that your own I am consciousness must and will objectify, and so you must trust the process. After you have successfully performed the imaginal act and entered the state of the wish fulfilled, there is a period of gestation. This is what man calls divine timing. It is the natural interval required for the seed to germinate and for the physical world to rearrange itself to match your new inner reality. During this time, the subconscious mind is constructing what I call a bridge of incidents. It is a series of seemingly normal, natural events that will lead you without any conscious effort to the fulfillment of your desire. To be anxious about the how or the when is to lack faith in the process. You must trust the unseen forces. These forces are not outside of you. They are the deeper, wiser currents of your own being, working under the surface to bring your assumption into the world of form. Your only duty is to remain in the state of the wish fulfilled. Often, this period of trust is marked by a profound sense of solitude. Do not mistake this for abandonment. This is a sacred preparation. As you change your inner state, the people, conditions, and circumstances that were a match to your old self must fall away. A clearing must be made for the new to arrive. This solitude is a cocoon. It is a divine Sabbath where you are being transformed from within. You are shedding the skin of the old man and growing into the identity of the new. Embrace this quiet. It is not emptiness. It is a fertile void. In this stillness, you are stabilizing in your new assumption, making it your natural dwelling place. You are becoming the person who is ready to receive the manifestation. This is not the universe forsaking you. It is the universe preparing you for the higher purpose you have claimed for yourself. You must remember this above all else. You are the operant power. There is no force outside of your own consciousness that creates your reality. The unseen forces rearranging themselves are aspects of your own magnificent human imagination. Your I Am is God. It is the creative center from which all realities spring. The universe is not a separate entity doing your bidding. The entire vast expanse of space and time exists within your consciousness. When you assume a state, you are not asking an external power to change things for you. You are selecting a reality from within the infinite possibilities of your own being, and your deeper self is rearranging the shadow world of form to match it. All power, all cause, all reality is within you. You are not a puppet of fate. You are the power that writes the script, builds the stage, and plays the part. Therefore, you no longer need to ask for anything. The title of this message was a doorway, a way to bring you to this understanding. The real secret is not how to ask, but how to be. You do not beg for a reality. You select it and you embody it. You choose the state you desire. You enter it through feeling. You persist in it despite all evidence to the contrary. And you trust the law of your own being to bring it to pass. You are no longer waiting for a miracle. You are living from the state where the miracle has already happened. You are not manifesting. You are simply allowing the world to see what you have already accepted as true in the court of your own mind. You are the beginning and the end, the Alpha and the Omega. What you assume, you become. And what you become, you experience. Live from this truth. You are no longer the person who asks. You are the consciousness that decides. The reality you desire isn't coming to you. It will come from you. So the only question left is, what reality will you assume right now? Let me know in the comments below. What is the first truth you will accept as fact tonight? Subscribe and turn on notifications because this remembrance is just beginning. And if this message awakened something within you, then the next video will set it on fire. Click it now and continue the journey inward.